Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and happy holidays for those of you who are watching this video during the holiday season. This is a timeless video. However, if you're watching it during the holiday season, happy holidays. Let me know in the comment section how the holidays are going for you. All right, so today's video is what is most attractive about you? What attracts others to you? What is the most attractive what's most attractive about you? So what attracts others to you and what's most attractive about you? And this is, why others are attracted to you so much, because you are an attractive person. All right, so you have 4 piles to choose from. This is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. As always, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification at the bottom. I thank you, all of my subscribers who are subscribed thus far. Thank you for taking this journey with me, as well as lending me your energy as we exchange energies between us, me to you, you to me. So, as always, again, please pause this video. Take the time out to see which of the piles that you feel that you resonate with the most. And when you are ready, please unpause and come back. We're going to jump right into our reading with pile number 1. All right, pile 1, for those of you who chose this pile, what attracts others to you? What's most attractive about you? Let's find out. So in the tarot, we have the Star. So maybe you are a Aquarius even though you don't have to be an Aquarius. But I just heard booming personality. We have the 3 of Wands that came out in the upright. The Star and the 3 of Wands are both in the upright. Oh, wow. And we have the King of Pentacles in the upright. All right, so before I get into the oracle, what I'm hearing so far just with these cards alone is so I heard booming personality. With the 3 of Wands, I'm hearing, I'm hearing gracefulness. That's what I'm getting with this card. You're very graceful. You have this booming personality. You're the life of the party. You're the center of attention, but not because you seek it. I want to say because you command it, but not because, you have to have it. It's not because you need that type of validation that you are this Star card right here. It's more so there's a confidence within you. You're very talented. I'm also picking that up. This is why people are drawn to you. You're very talented. There's a very deep confidence within you, and people are they're very drawn to that. And the thing about it is they're wondering, how is it that they're so confident? I just heard, well, how is it that they're so freaking attractive? So you may very well be a very, aesthetically beautiful person as well, or you find that, people come to you often, in regards to aesthetics, telling you how beautiful you are. They also see you as a very grounded and comfortable person with this King of Pentacles. And I'm not even getting strong financial vibes with this situation that people are attracted to you because of your money or because of money. Even though you may be someone who's doing quite well with themselves financially in life, yet that's not why people are most attracted to you. They see you as someone who's very comfortable with themselves, very comfortable in their bodies, very comfortable with their identities. I just heard very comfortable with their hairstyles. Maybe you wear, very daring hairstyles. Maybe, you do daring colors, and you work corporate. Maybe you have, I don't know, daring, just the daring style and persona about yourself. And people find that very attractive. They see, wow, this person, I just heard she's very comfortable, and this can be, of course, if you're a male, this can be male too. Definitely know that because most of the viewers on this channel are female, that of course I'm picking up a lot more female feminine energy than I am masculine energy. And of course you can be male or female with masculine or feminine energy, but the energy that's most dominant on my channel is feminine. So I believe that's why that, it's coming out more so in that pronoun. However, apply it how you will, because I definitely feel whether you're male or female, you hear this a lot that, wow, they're so daring. It's like you got that Rihanna energy, you're very comfortable with yourself and people can see that. And with this 3 of Wands, this is a card about waiting for your ships to come in. Essentially, it's something that, denotes patience. But they see you not just as a patient person, but just graceful. That's what I keep getting with that. They see you as a very graceful person, very talented, very well liked, very well loved, and maybe even a bit famous. You could be someone, of great popular status. You could be famous. You could be Insta famous, social media. You could have this too, but definitely when you walk into a room, people notice you. They notice your energy off the bat, even without knowing you. You just have that glow. You have that flare. That's what I just heard. Inner goddess. What did I tell y'all? So this inner goddess right here, like people see this with you. It's like you hold this heavenly goddess energy. It's like you are a step above. You are set, for whatever reason, even in a room full of peers, you are somehow set aside. People look up to you, even people who are, of your superior. It's like they admire you, I'm not really getting even a lot of jealousy vibes when it comes to you. Like, if it is that people are jealous of you, it's like they come down from that very soon when they realize, okay, that's irrational. This person has worked hard to be who they are or where they are or what they are. So, or more so if someone's jealous, it's like instead of it's like they feel like you're too big to chop down. So instead of trying to come at you, they just maybe isolate you. Definitely, I feel like you're a very loving person, someone who does not ignore their emotions, someone who's very able to open up emotionally and be vulnerable. You have a very high emotional intelligence. That's what I'm picking up. Divine passion. Yeah, I told you, the Star card. In regards to also divine passion, you get passionate about your work. I just heard maybe you're a tarot reader. Maybe you're another reader watching this, or maybe you're an aspiring reader, and you're very passionate about your work. And I don't know what that has to do, because you can read tarot and also like to sew clothing, and your real passion, your highest passion is to be a designer. But whatever it is, what I'm hearing is whatever you put your mind to, you're very passionate about it. You're very truthful about it. You're very sincere about it, and you go full throttle. You make that thing a success. You try it out. You take that risk, and you just go for it. That's what I'm hearing about you, and that's what attracts others to you, and that's what's most attractive about you. And I just heard, well, you already knew that. But you like hearing this again, because if you truly are the star, and if you truly are an Aquarius, you like hearing those things about yourself. All right, everyone who chose pile number 1, please let me know in the comment section how that resonated, if that resonated, and book a reading with me. All that information is in my description area. Moving on to pile number 2. What is it about you that attracts others towards you? What's most attractive about you? Pile number 2. Let's get into this. All right, so we have the Queen of Coins. Oh, wow. So we have the King of Coins that came out in the other one. And we have in the first pile, and we have the Queen of Coins coming out. So with this one, I am hearing like you are a luxurious person. For those of you who chose pile number 2, this does have to do with luxury, pampering yourself. It's like you always present the best version of yourself. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm hearing beautiful, but and definitely it's your version of beauty. I'm just hearing like people, like I just heard you smell good too. Maybe you're very much into perfume, or, your hygiene regimen, you just come out smelling like roses. I just heard something about berries, something fruit. Maybe you love, berry scented, soaps and things of that nature, or lotions, but you're very luxurious. I'm seeing someone who takes out a lot of self-care time. You pamper yourself. Maybe you go to a spa, or maybe you give yourself spa day at home, but you're very into luxuriating yourself, your surroundings. I'm seeing soft things. Maybe you're sitting in your bedroom while you're watching this. You're into, just pamperedness, pillows, fluffiness, loving things, loving energy. Let's see. We have the 5 of Cups that came out in the reverse. Wait, did that come out in reverse? No, it did not. I'm sorry. We have the 5 of Cups that came out in the upright. I'm getting confused looking at this camera up here and then flipping them around for you all. And then for me. All right. So yeah, the 5 of Cups came out in the upright. So what I'm getting with this one is maybe you're someone who has been disappointed a lot in the past because you held such high esteem and expectations for those around you, simply because you are this Queen of Coins. you hold those high esteem to your, for yourself. You're very nurturing to others. You're very nurturing to yourself. And therefore, others have let you down. However, I'm also getting that you're very optimistic, because even though others have let you down, and this is what people are drawn to you about too, you're very optimistic. You have a way about seeing, past what's before you, even though it may kind of get you down with this Five of Cups in the beginning. But you have a way of seeing past that and soldiering on and understanding, like, just being more understanding of people. Like, okay, maybe they weren't there to, maybe what I am to them does not resonate yet. Maybe they have not caught this wave. Oh, well, moving on to the next. And I am picking up that people come back to you. So the next card that we have is the Two of Swords that came out in the reverse. So for me, when I saw this Two of Swords, when I flipped over the cards that came out in reverse, what I'm getting is that you're a very decisive person. So usually, when we have anything in the twos, especially the Two of Swords, maybe this is someone who generally does not have a problem with, someone who may have, it may take them a minute or two to make up their mind. But what I'm getting with this Two of Swords in reverse in regards to you, those who chose pile number 2, you make your mind up fairly easily. You're very decisive. I'm getting a vibe that you're a very private person, though you like to live this extravagant and luxurious life. I'm not picking up that you have to post it on social media. I'm also picking up that maybe you picked other piles too, and this is resonating with you in regards to something else. I'm hearing pile number 1 even. And even though we have not gotten to pile number 4, for whatever reason, I'm picking up pile number 3 or 4. It may be, but I'm picking up a sense that maybe you picked more than one pile. But this is like a strong part of your personality in regards to you're a very private person. But I'm also getting the vibe that, you're very talented too. And this is why you are this Queen of Coins. But I am picking up, you're a very private person. It's like you don't need that validation. That's what I'm getting from that. Thank you, Universal. From what I know with pile number 1, that star that came out, I'm hearing that, you're very talented. You have that star energy. Maybe you're an Aquarius. Maybe there's some Aquarius in your chart. And of course, there could be water and fire in your chart as well. There's no specifics to this. However, though, I am getting that star-like energy, but you not needing that validation. You're very comfortable and just for sure on your own. Definitely with the King of Pentacles coming out in pile number 1. Maybe you want to go see pile number 1. This was another person who was very comfortable and just within their own, very confident. And this is what draws people to you. Your decisiveness, your optimism, and just that luxuriousness about you. Others are attracted to you. I'm hearing guys or women, whoever you are, with, or whomever you are attracted to, they're attracted to you because of those things. Maybe you often meet your partners in, fancy places with this Queen of Coins, I am picking up that romantically people have let you down, and though they have pushed you aside, I'm picking up that, they have broken things off with you because they can't handle you. It's like they're not enough for you. Not that you gave them that impression, but they see that, and it's like, oh my gosh, same thing with pile number 1. So pile number 2, you might want to go see pile number 1, because same thing, like people, but more so pile number 1 was more about if people are jealous, they tend to, instead of trying to seek revenge or tear them down, they just kind of isolate. And this, I'm picking up something similar, but with your lovers. If your lover feels that they don't measure up, they just kind of reject and isolate and let you go, maybe ghost. You have a lot of people that did not give you an explanation for why they left you. Thank you, universe, for this message. Wow. And it's because it's like they feel they're not good enough for you, and that way. And it's like you have not given them that inkling. It's just that the way you carry yourself, that very thing that, this is not a bad thing. Keep this up. But the very thing that attracts certain love to you is the very thing that pushes that away. However, that's not a bad thing, because just because we attract things that aren't ready, this is also attracting what's ready towards you. For some of you, you're watching this and you met your significant other, continuing on who you are, and they were ready. So definitely, I'm picking that people come back to you too. I am picking up that lovers tend to come back to you because it's like, oh my gosh, what did I let go? I'm stupid. But for a lot of times, what I'm picking up, because you are not someone who dwells long, though it does get you down with this Five of Cups, because you don't dwell long, because you do have that optimism. Even even if you've moved on physically with another person, or you just moved on with yourself, people do come back because of this. And I'm picking up that, once you made up your mind, you made up your mind. All right. So from the Oracle, we have past life. So see, I told you, I'm picking up something where, maybe you're very connected to people from your past, friends from your past, lovers from your past even come back. I'm just getting a sense of people come back. You're very, and I'm hearing you're very open in that regards, maybe not to rekindling something on the way that it was, but you're friendly like that. And that's what attracts people towards you too, because they know that you're not going to be rude or mean or backbiting. And in the same way, that's how they learn their lesson. That's what makes them regret letting you go, because it's like, wow, look how, just graceful, and graceful came out for pile number 1 too. I definitely feel that those of you who chose pile number 2 need to see pile number 1. And I am picking up energy from pile number 4. And for some of you, maybe all of this was for those of you who chose pile number 2. But yeah, they just see that, you don't have any backbiting, bitter energy. And you really teach people lessons. Wow, that's what I'm getting. You really teach people lessons just in you being mature, your maturity. Sorceress, right here. So with you being that Queen of Coins, you make things happen. And oh my gosh, purple and purple. Maybe purple is your favorite color. Purple is definitely a color of royalty. Look at purple royalty. So very much so. You are someone, you're very divine. You're someone that people just look up to. They admire. That's what that is. And unconditional love. What did I tell you? You're someone, who is able to let hurt go, even from those who have hurt you in the past, even with connections that you hold on to in the past. I'm also here with this past life. You are still connected to, maybe a lot of friends from childhood, maybe you've reconnected with family that you used to be close to, and now you're close. You're just someone who's very nostalgic too. Maybe even your style. I'm also getting like you're an old soul, and maybe that's why you're more so private and not so heavily ingrained into the social media thing, because you're very much old soul. I'm getting that too. Old soul is coming out strong, but definitely you're very loving with this unconditional love. Just like with those lovers, you don't. It's like you're not going in with judgment towards people, but they can't handle you. But I'm hearing the universe is, bringing those in your life, who will be worthy of your presence, worthy of that and worthy of it the first time. But very much so, all of this is what attracts others to you, even if it's what makes others run away. And that's not a bad thing, because you don't want to ever dim your light to fit into someone's generic or mediocre, lifestyle or perceptions, because they can't come up to you. You definitely inspire others to be the best. You bring out the best in others, even if others have brought out the worst in you, but you inspire the best in others, and definitely keep doing that. Keep doing that, because this is the reason why you are that Queen of Coins, and why you have that coin, and why you luxuriate so much, and why you've learned how to be unbothered. That's what I've learned too. Maybe you're someone who's been through so much rejection, you've learned how to be unbothered. But I am definitely getting, for those of you who chose pile number 2, and I think this is the first time on this channel I've ever felt this energy, where maybe you should go look at maybe all of the piles, but most notably pile number 1. For some of you, pile number 4. I'm getting more so heavy, and then pile number 3. But I'm definitely getting the vibe that for those of you who chose pile number 2, there's 2 other piles, most notably pile number 1. For some of you, it'll be pile number 3 and pile number 4. But I'm getting that you should look at multiple piles for those of you who chose pile number 2, because this message is for you. This is more so like a personal read, I suppose, for those of you who chose pile number 2. All right, let me know, pile number 2, how that resonated, if that resonated in the comment section. And if you would like an official personal reading, you know what to do. Hit me up in the description area and book a reading with me. Simple as that. All right, moving on to our third pile, pile number 3. All right, so pile number 3, what attracts others towards you? What is most attractive about you? All right, so let's find out. In the tarot, we have the 9 of Swords that came out in the upright. Okay, so what I'm getting with this 9 of Swords automatically for some of you, and this is somewhat of a twofold. Maybe you are someone who has a tendency to kind of worry a lot. Or maybe you're someone, no, so actually, no. Okay. All right. Thank you, universe. All right. So I am picking up that for a lot of you viewing this, you are someone who maybe worries a lot. Maybe, there's a bit of, anxiety that you deal with. But what I'm also picking up is that, perhaps maybe you work in a profession in which someone, where you listen to a lot of words. Maybe you are a counselor. Maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you are someone that your friends come to a lot for advice with their problems, with their worries. You're someone who holds the burdens of a lot of people, and maybe not necessarily burdens as in like horrible burdens, but you have a lot of responsibility. And it can be a bit straining and draining for you, the strain comes in where, there's times where you feel that you are greatly overwhelmed or overburdened. And then the drainingness is because I am picking up that you are someone who takes in someone else's energy a lot. I said this in one of the previous piles. Maybe you are a reader yourself, or maybe you have some type of, channel or just some type of business where you are in the public eye, or perhaps it's a situation to where you have a very high responsibility when it comes to others. But I'm hearing that you work with a lot, but I'm hearing that you're like a sponge, and this is what attracts others to you. At least in this regard, you're like a sponge. You listen a lot, you take in a lot. Maybe people dump on you a lot of what it is that they're going through. And definitely in regards to that, I would say look into protecting yourself if you find that others, dump on you a lot in terms of what they're going through, or if you by profession, have taken on this type of responsibility. Make sure you protect yourself and your well-being. We have the King of Swords. So in the upright, so with the King of Swords in the upright, I'm getting air energy. You could be an air sign. I've got heavy air energy from that first pile. With this King of Swords, you're someone who's very direct. And what I'm getting with that, people really like the fact that you say things how you mean it. Thank you, universe. You say things how you mean it. You get out the words that you need to say. You're not a very emotional person. That's what I'm picking up with this, with all this air energy. You're not very emotional, or maybe not very emotionally reactive. Of course, you have emotions, but you're not very emotionally reactive. You're very business minded. It's like business first. That's what I'm getting with this. Or you're very logical. You'll do what needs to be done first, and then if there's room to cry, you'll cry later. With this Two of Pentacles. So you're very balanced. I'm getting that you're a very balanced person in regards to your finances. You're very balanced. You're very comfortable. You're someone who's very responsible. Thank you, universe. You're very responsible. You're very responsible romantic mate. And this is why people are very much attracted to you. Your friends see you as the responsible one. I'm also picking up that in a relationship, maybe you have a messier partner than you. Maybe they kind of seem a little bit more scattered than you are. You're very organized. That's what I'm getting. But you like to keep things in order. You're very balanced. I'm hearing minimalist. I'm getting minimalist vibes from you. Maybe you are a minimalist, or maybe you are you have minimalistic practices when it comes to certain areas in your life, but you're someone who's very straightforward. You're very organized. All of the things are in its order. And because of that may be some of the burdens that you carry on within. Maybe you and yourself need to speak with someone in regards to that, because you take on the burdens of many and others, or because of your role in business, or maybe you are, the family member that everyone goes to, that you yourself need to be more caring towards yourself. What I am getting is that sometimes you may put yourself on the back burner. What I'm getting more so with this energy, though, maybe others are attracted more so towards you because they know of your responsible nature. So that's not a bad thing at all. Definitely with your balance, with your sense of balance and being able to I'm hearing that you have, that you're very responsible. You have a savings, with much in it. You save for a rainy day. I'm hearing that you have enough to survive, beyond the year, or years to come even. That's just how responsible you are. Even though I'm not hearing that you will have a rainy day, but if it came, you can help others out. You can help bail others out. Maybe you have bailed others out. And this is what attracts others towards you. What I am picking up more so too, maybe because of this, you've attracted a lot of people that you've ended up enabling. Maybe you've attracted a lot of users. That's what I'm hearing too. Thank you, universe, because of your generosity, because of just wanting to see others okay, because and I am picking up with this King of Swords. Maybe that's why you're able to cut people off, or you've cut people off, because people have ended up using you, and it's, quite frankly, it's hurt you. But it's more so like a suffer in silence when it comes to your emotions, things that you really need to get out. Because what I am hearing is, and maybe you have a profession. I just heard a profession in journalism even. Maybe you are a journalist. But I am picking up you have a profession in which you help others, or you consult with others. Maybe you're a business consultant. I'm picking up maybe you are a counselor or a therapist, or someone of the sort. Maybe you are a life coach, something of the sort. Maybe you are a Reiki healer. Maybe you're just empathic and people are just drawn to you to tell you their problems or their burdens, and you take that on. And it's because of that innate danger. It's because of that innate nature of you wanting to balance out things with other people, seeing other people okay, because you yourself are okay. But I'm picking up you're okay in the physical, but maybe not so much in the mental. Maybe you have to pull back from others and pull your energy back from others. But you're very responsible. You're very well put together. You're very balanced. You're a balanced individual. You're very kind. I'm hearing compassion. I'm hearing you like to listen to others, and that's what draws others to you. But I'm also hearing with this pile a warning message of, because of those things about you, beware of enabling people, and understand those who come to you because they truly want to change versus those who come to you who just want to use your energy. So maybe lock that up, or, divvy it out in a way where it's not going to affect you, because it does affect you overall. That's what I'm saying with this Nine of Swords and upright. Guiding children. All right. See what I tell you all. You could be a teacher. You could be a child counselor. You could be a coach. You could be someone who works with kids. Maybe you have kids, or you're the aunt or the uncle, but you're someone, or I pick it, just immature people, but you're someone that's there for others, in a nurturing way, but it's nurturing, but at the same time, you don't let people have excuses for things. Even though you find yourself maybe working with the same people over and over and over again about the same mistakes, and maybe that's a boundary that you have to learn to set. But at the same time, you're solution focused. You're someone that's, okay, so how are we going to solve this problem? Because you tell me this, but now let's find a solution. That's what I'm getting with that one. And that's why people are attracted to you. It's like you get things done. You're very self-proficient. We have easy does it. People find you very easy to talk to. They find you very and what I'm picking up is because you're not very judgmental. It's like you give people sound advice, you give people sound suggestions, but it's not coming from a place of judgment. It's coming from a place of let's get better, versus, you just talking to someone, you're not condescending. They don't feel that, even though they feel that you're above them in terms of a person of authority, or a voice of reason, or just your lifestyle in itself. Because once again, I'm getting a justice vibe, to a pen. You're very balanced out, there's not much in your karma bank that things are looping around, because you balance that out. As well as financially, you're very balanced, you're very okay, you're very comfortable in those regards. But easy does it. People are attracted to you because you're very easy to be around. There's a loving energy that comes from you, even if it is a stern energy or a direct energy. It's coming from a place of love. I'm hearing that you don't use very harsh words. Maybe you don't curse a lot. You're someone that will sit there and work with someone, work through it. However, I am picking up that, unfortunately, these are repeating patterns, repeating energies, and it's something that frustrates you quite a bit. And maybe you've been thinking about cutting those things off, or cutting those people off, or even setting those boundaries. However, be mindful of how it's affecting you and still be this version of yourself. This is what attracts others towards you. This is what attracts your love life towards you, those your romantic partners and others. Because what I am picking up with and I'm picking up more so those who chose this pile are in settled relationships. And even if your mate is messy, this is something that they are more than willing to work on because they know your value and your worth. And I'm even picking up that for some of you that's in a relationship, this is something that your partner has told you. Stop letting people take advantage of you. That's what I'm picking up in air of taking advantage. And I feel that someone has said those words to you that you are romantically involved with or very close to. All right. Thank you. Pile number 3. For those of you who chose pile number 3, let me know in my comment section how that resonated with you, if that resonated with you. And let's move on to our very last pile. Pile number 4. What attracts others towards you? What's most attractive about you? Let's find out. From the tarot, we have the 4 of Swords. What I just heard with that, thank you, universe, is patience. You are someone who is very patient. You're able to, the whole patience is a virtue. You have that virtue. That is yours. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. What I'm getting with this one, this is someone, you are someone rather, who doesn't walk away easily. That's what I'm getting. But I'm getting a twofold message. So these last 2 piles, I feel like I'm getting warnings for that. More so that the very beautiful, wonderful things about you is what gets exploited by others, in you because they know this about you. What I'm hearing with this 8 of Cups in reverse, thank you, universe, is that you stay at the party too long, meaning if there's a situation where you may feel that you're getting taken advantage of, or if you are getting taken advantage of and you don't see it. And for those of you that chose pile number 4, maybe you want to look at pile number 3, because this feels like a similar message in a way in terms of the energies that's coming out. And I'm here more so with family. It's like there's an emotional tie that holds you there, that keeps you there, but you have the desire to walk away, but you don't easily walk away from things. And that's what attracts others toward. You're willing to do that hard work. You're willing to get through because you have that patience. You have that hope that things will get better. A lot of times things have gotten better. What I'm picking up is that you've taken on the identity of having to work harder, maybe harder than what you want to, or harder than you actually have to. And that can be because of how you grew up, what you saw when you were growing up, what you saw in your environment. But definitely what I'm getting is that you don't easily walk away from emotional situations. You're willing to work through it. And this is why people are so attracted to you. You're willing to work through those hard energies. You don't run away. And I'm also hearing this is the reason why you win, because you're patient and because you don't quickly walk away, because you understand that sometimes some things take time. It's more of a long game. This is why you win. We have the King of Swords. So I feel like, did the King of Swords come out in the last? King of Swords did come out in the last one. So maybe for those of you who chose pile number 4, you might want to go check out pile number 3. For pile number 2, however, if you are viewing this from pile number 2 is the first time on this channel I've ever had the energy being pulled from literally all of the piles. And I'm like, maybe you should watch all of the piles for this. There's a little bit of something. So for those of you who are here from pile number 2, this is the continued on from your personal reading. Because if all of these are resonating, then this video is for you in specific. But with this King of Swords in the upright, what I'm getting with this is that you're someone who takes command. You're someone who's direct, but you're someone who takes command. I am getting that sense of you make decisions, even if they're right or wrong. You are someone who can be decided. You're someone who's willing to take risks. That's what I'm also getting with this King of Swords in the upright for you who chose pile number 4. You're someone who's willing to take risks, and people are really attracted to it. You're very brave, and they really love that about you. It's like, okay, so I feel that people come to you a lot for information. You're very smart. You're very intelligent too. That's what I'm getting with the King of Swords in regards to you, pile number 4. You're very intelligent. You're very smart. People come to you for information. It's like they know you always know. You're very much so. I am picking up that you are very successful. People are attracted to that, but you're someone who's very much worked very hard for their success, built their success, have tried different avenues, taken different business risks for their success, and you've been very patient. That's a part of you. Even your romantic partners, what I'm picking up, they're attracted to the fact that you do the work. They're attracted to your work ethic and your intelligence. They find you very intelligent. I am picking up that, you're very handsome, or you're very charming, or you're very, you have a handsome beauty even. And I know, for some of you that may be, but I'm a woman. How am I handsome? But I'm hearing a handsome beauty, and not as in like you look manly, or there's like you have strong masculine energy, but there's like a strength to you that shines out with your beauty. It's like a softness. I'm trying to see, like, I want to see like the air of like a Tyra Banks air. Though Tyra is very beautiful, it's like there's a handsome energy about her. There's that boss-like energy, that edge of masculinity, yet she has a very feminine and soft look. And that's what I'm getting from you. You have a very feminine and soft look if you are of feminine energy. I'm also picking up a energy of someone like a Cara Delevingne, maybe you have a chiseled jawline, like how Cara has that chiseled jawline. And I kept hearing enchantress in my mind, so very enchanting, but you mesmerize people. Definitely Cara Delevingne has like this mysterious look. It's a very, I would describe it as a very handsome look, but at the same time, it's very soft. It's very mysterious. And she's very commanding. So definitely I'm getting a vibe of that, of Tyra meets Cara Delevingne, that type of energy and that type of look even, it's very commanding, and there's a bit of mysteriousness there, but there's a very soft beauty about it, though there's this masculinity that's also accompanied with it. That's what I'm getting for you. And there's a charm to you too. People find you very charming, so they're very attracted to you because you're very hardworking, your work ethic, you're patient, you're intelligent, and you're very charming. I just heard you could charm people. You could charm the pants off of someone. So maybe you're a guy, maybe you're a woman, maybe you find it very easily, find it very easy to find, romance or sexual partners because they find you very charming. Even though I am picking up maybe in love life, in your love life, things aren't very long lasting. And that could be because of this King of Swords energy, you being direct, or the type of people you attract, or maybe tapping more so into that soft nature. Because once again, I told you, if you are a woman, I'm picking up more soft features, or you could be male too with soft features, but there's that strong masculine energy that rises through. And when someone kind of maybe, kind of butt heads with you, not that you cut them off. I'm not getting an energy that you cut them off, but your energy starts to kind of cut them off to the point that you attract a lot of soft people. That's what I'm getting to, because you're such a masculine. You have a lot of masculine energy. You attract a lot of soft and loving people because innately that's what you want, or that's what you are, that's what you crave. However, sometimes you tend to drive those soft people away because you're not able to open up. I'm also getting a sense of maybe just a tad bit of mistrust, a tad bit of, no, it's not mistrusting. It's more so you wanted to hold people accountable, and you not mistrusting, you just like to, you take your time when it comes to trust. And sometimes even with relationships that have been around for ages with you, you sometimes revert back to that kind of hard, direct, cold, maybe King of Swords energy, simply because it's like a muscle memory. But you don't walk away. I keep saying you put in the effort, you put in the work. You don't walk away from it easily. You definitely stay for what's worth it. All right, we have compassion. Oh, wow. So yeah, you're a very compassionate person too. So despite even this energy right here, it's like people understand, okay, they're this way because they care. yeah, with this compassionate energy for the soft people, for the people you have attracted into your life, even though you may have a tendency to be a little bit like, okay, cut off, not cut them off, but cut off your energy, without warning. They know this compassionate nature about you. They understand you overall. They know that you're very caring, that you really care. They understand that you're very busy. Thank you, universe. I just heard that. They understand that you're very busy, but they know that you will always come around, and that if you're not around, it's not because you're punishing them. It's not because you're getting rid of them. It's because it's a time constraint. And oh wow, and we have undying love. See, with this 8 of Cups in reverse, undying. So yeah, you always fight for what you love. You fight for what you believe in. You fight for, you stay there. You stay the course. You put in the effort. You put in the work. You try to, with this directness, always create understanding with those around you, especially those that you hold dearest to your heart, and you're very patient with them, and they're very patient with you. And this is what makes you most attractive beyond your intelligence, beyond your work ethic. It's that undying love, that compassion. You are true. I'm hearing that you may not have a large group of friends or even a large group of family, but you're someone that with the people that are in your life, you very much care. You are very much into them, and you're very loving, and you very much show them that. And I just heard apologetic. Maybe you're someone who's quick to amend and apologize when you know that you've done something wrong, but there's very much loving and compassionate energy. And there's others who wish that you would let them in. Strangers, or people that you don't know very well, associates. Maybe you're someone that someone tries to be your friend. They wish that you would let them in because they know this, they see this about you, but you're very guarded. That's what that is. What I'm picking up, soft people have left you, it's not because you're very guarded. It's not that you're not trustful, you're very guarded. And it's like, it takes time to let people in, but when you let people in, you really let them in. And that's what I'm getting for you. For those of you who chose pile number 4. All right, pile 4, let me know how you felt about this reading in the comment section below. Also, book a reading with me. Description box has all of the details for that. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who watched this video. Thank you to pile number 2 if you ended up watching all of that because you did have the inkling to pick the multiple piles. Thank you so much, everyone, for your energy. Thank you to those subscribed. Once again, if you are viewing this video for the first time or you have yet to subscribe to my channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification. I drop videos weekly. All right, everyone, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're happy. Hope you're at peace. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.